Hi everybody, it is Sunday, December 29th, almost the end of 2019. I want to thank all the new subbies and the returning subbies. I'm Antoinette with 2 OGs Hooking and Stitching Island Style, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada. First off, I haven't been on for a while because the whole house was down with the flu, and then it turned into a cold and then bronchitis. So Babs is still struggling with it. She's going to go get an antibiotic so she can get over with it. And it had a lot to do with, as I had said previously, we sold the schoolhouse, but we had 10 days to empty it out. So we were all exhausted and then still trying to work at the same time. But it's done, it's finished. I won't tell you what the store looks like with everything shoved in there, but it'll wait till after the first of the year. I'm taking the rest of the year off. Well, from that anyways, I still have to work. And the other thing is, I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas and or Hanukkah or whatever holiday you celebrate, or you just celebrate the day. Now, I had said once we reached 100 subscribers, we were going to have a giveaway. Well, we've reached 100. We've actually reached 106. So thank you to all of you who take time out of your day to come watch this wackadoodle world that I live in, and sharing my love of fiber arts and the love I have for this island. So without further ado, what will be in the giveaway will be a surprise. It's just going to be a small one with shipping costs and stuff like that, and it's really not all about the giveaways. We do want to show our appreciation and thank you, and give people that do come and spend time with us exploring the island and sharing their love of the fiber arts. So all you have to do is leave a comment. You have to be 18 years of age or over. It is open worldwide. I will ship the package, but when it leaves here and gets to your country of destination, if it's not allowed, I'm sorry, they won't let it in, or if you're not allowed to participate in these kind of giveaways. Also, you will be responsible for any taxes, duties, import fees, what have you. I will pay to ship it, and that's the extent of my responsibility and liability. The full set of rules will be below. I still have to find out where they're at. So hopefully I can make sure I abide by the YouTube giveaway rules. Anywho, let's get on with the, as they say, let's get on with the show. I have had some time to crochet and knit. A lot of it I do on the ferry, as we've had our ferry chats, and I actually did tape a few ferry chats, but never got a chance to upload them, and they were pretty bad. So I didn't want to bore you with awful videos. I mean, the audio quality was bad, the lighting was bad. So maybe if I can clean them up, I'll put them in a montage video later on. We'll see. The first thing I have to say is my grandson Shane. Hi Shane, it's Nanny. I'm giving you your shout out. I love you, and I hope you are feeling better. He had the stomach bug for Christmas, so he wanted his, I wanted to give my little grandson a shout out from his nanny. And he's not so little, he's 12, and he is 6 foot, 200 plus pounds, and wears a size 11 shoe. But he has a gentle, gentle heart. Alright, let's get into the FOs and whips. I do have a few of each. Excuse me for bending over. Need to get my notes here. I'm back. As you can see, I have a few. Excuse me, I still have some of that cough. The first thing we're going to do is finished objects. The first one I want to show you is by one of my favorite designers, and this is Crochet. And this is a new crochet design. This is a free pattern that's available on her blog. It's called the Spring Boho Crochet Sweater. If you can see it. Now, I did mine, she had done hers in Barocco, in a DK. I did mine in Loops and Threads Swirl Pie. And it was the passion fruit. Hopefully when I upload this it'll turn around. I used 2 cakes of it, and there's 502 yards. It's 100% acrylic. Now the yarn is nice to work with, but I will tell you, if you make a mistake, it is a buggered frog. So this is, and I made this for myself. I haven't worn it yet, but let me see if I back up, if I can give you a better picture of it. Let's see. And it has a statement sleeve. I don't know how well that showed up. I have the window blocked off because I haven't put blinds or curtains up in here yet. But the sleeve is what gives this its uniqueness, the texture. And then just very simple. And it's very soft. And it's fairly warm. It wasn't difficult. She does have tutorials for all of her sweaters. Or all of her patterns, actually, she has tutorials for. But you can print the pattern up from her blog, and I will put all that information in the description box below for her blog, and then you just have to go through and you can see all her different patterns, and all her patterns are free. Her tutorials are very easy to follow. Her patterns are very well written. They're written for a beginner, advanced beginner. Should have no problem doing it. Now she does have a couple she just put off for people that were looking for advanced or intermediate patterns, and I think this coming year she may be even introducing a little knitting. We shall see what 2020 will bring. But that's one of my finished objects. My other finished object is also a sweater, and it is by Little John Yarns, and it's your good old faithful granny square. And that, oh my heavens, let's see if we can get some of the glare out. Let's see if that'll help some. There it is. Get the glare out. And it has long bell sleeves. Now I made this in Red Heart with Love Metallic. I did 3 colors. I did 4 colors. I did white, black, dark gray, and light gray. This is the sweater. You can see the sleeve. Just, your basic granny square. And then the edging. So it was a very easy crochet. Anybody knows the basic granny square, and I'm one of those people, believe it or not, that I have issues. I keep forgetting about how to do granny squares, but I'm hoping to rectify that this year and do some patterns with granny squares. But this is warm. Red Heart Love is very soft, and it can be worn alone or it can have a camisole underneath it. Now, I started this as a Christmas gift, but never got it finished. I got part of it finished, but I didn't get it. I'll show you what I do have finished of it. This is by Yarn Inspirations, and it's called the Twist and Shout Crochet Hat and Cowl. And it is a free pattern. You can get up on Yarn Inspirations. Now they made theirs with Caron Simply Soft. And to do the hat and the cowl, it's three balls, 3 skeins. I did mine with Caron Simply Soft. This is the cowl. And as you can see, it's a diamond pattern. Don't look at that, I didn't read my ends in yet. But let me take these off and I'll show you. You know, it's close and it'll keep your neck warm. And the hat is made out of the same pattern with a pom-pom. I am going to make the hat, but we'll just have to use this for next Christmas, which I've already started my Christmas knitting and crocheting already. But I made it out of the Caron Simply Soft. And this, I believe, is called Blue Mint. And I'm going to use this on the hat as a coordinating. And it's Caron Simply Soft Paints, and it's called Oceana. So that's a half FO. I mean, part of it's finished, but the hat I haven't done yet. And I started that pattern several times, but I never seemed to get a chance to get it finished. Let me put my glasses on so I can see it. And I just kept running into trouble with the diamond pattern. It's not a difficult pattern, but it's remembering. You know, it's remembering to because it's keeps going up and then it goes back down. That's how the diamond pattern comes out. But like I said, it's a free pattern and it's very, very easy. I mean, they call it intermediate, but I think an advanced beginner would have no problem. And I have one more FO. And I actually just did them. I've done several pair of these. And like I said, I'm getting ready for my knitting and crocheting for next year. This is a set of fingerless mitts, and they're called Fable Mitts. It's a free knitting pattern. I don't know if you can see this. And it's knitted flat, and then it's seamed together. And it's, as I said, this is my second pair I made. But they're not blocked yet. But just slips on. Like I said. I got some wrong hand. Here. And that's what it looks like. And there's the thumb. I'm getting better at gussets. But like I said, this is all knit flat and then seamed together. And I'm dropping patterns everywhere. But I made a pair for one of my clients' daughters, and I made her a matching hat. And the hat was from one of my knitting magazines. I don't know which one it was. But she said she loved them. I did it out of Burnett Softy Baby Lilac. She loved them. So that was my only other FO. Excuse me. Papers everywhere. I'm telling you, there are some days I should never get out of bed. Anyways, like the wild looking hair. For whips, I've got quite a few on the go right now. You've seen me work on these during the fairy chats. And you'll see all the further I've got. My socks. These are just wool socks. 2x1 rib. And I'm still working on trying to, that's one of my
to-dos for this year is to get better at my sock bedding. Not only on, you know, the DPNs, but also my 9-inch, because the 9-inch I can use pretty sock yarns I have. The Briggs & Little wool that I'm using for these is a worsted weight, but it's good practice for me for doing heels and gussets. I'm reading, following some, listening to some videos. A lot of people said that it's best when you start knitting socks to use a thicker, a worsted weight yarn, you know, before you start getting into the fine sock yarn. So that's what I'm doing. I sent my first pair to my sister that I made. I hope she likes them. Now the other FO I have is something I started just, startitis, you know, cast-on-itis, hook-on-itis, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I had been looking through my winter crochet magazine, and I come across the Weekend Shrug, and this is it right here. Oh, the sun is just giving me so much glare, and I try to block out of the window. This is a pattern that's rated easy. There, is that better? And it's pretty much all V-stitch. And the border is crocheted separately and then invisible seamed on. And I just work on it here and there, you know, sometimes on the fair, and like I said, and it's done in basically 2 pieces. I'm using Hobie Mega Ball, and I'm gonna do a quick review on this off subject here, but I was very surprised by this yarn. It's 100% premium acrylic, and I think there's like 1,300 yards. Yeah, there's about 1,312 yards on this. This is cream, but soft, very, very soft. No problem running against your skin. I would call it, you know, your Super Saver yarns, but this We Love yarn from Mega Ball from Hobie is very soft, and it's really nice to work with. It's a number 4, but I'd say a light 4, if you can see right there. And I'm really enjoying working with this. It's the first time I have quite a few of them because they had a big sale earlier this year. No, I haven't bought any more yarn. I've been on a yarn ban since October 1. I've sent some yarn to people, but I haven't bought any for myself. I've got plenty. And this is the shrug. Now, you start out with a rectangle right here. This is the rectangle you start out with. Actually, it starts this way. You start with this rectangle, and you can see, wow, lighting's terrible, V-stitch. The whole thing is V-stitches. And then you do your rectangle, fasten off, and then you count so many stitches in, and then you prepare for your sleeve. And this will scallop borders being created by your chain 2. Your chain 2 is not counted. And that was the right side. Now the left side, you tie in your yarn on your foundation row, and you just start going back and forth with your V-stitch. You take this side to 21.5 inches. I'm doing the large. I always like oversized sweaters. And then once you get to 21.5 inches, then you'll do the same thing. Come in so many stitches, tie in, and you'll do the rectangle for your sleeve. And that's pretty much all it is. Okay, if you look here, this is what it looks like. And then this border, okay, this border right here, that is the band. It's done 28 stitches across, and then you knit it till it's long enough to, I think what they say here, till it measures 84 inches for a large size. and make sure it matches going around. And then you match your center backless shrug to the seam of the band, and with the right sides facing, you sew this band on. Now, this is in the Winter 2019 Crochet Magazine. I do not know if this is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to get too much into it. It's designed by Sandy Prosser. Like I said, I will put the link to Crochet Magazine, and it's a great magazine. You get some good oh, here we go, patterns, and there's quite a couple I want to make out of here. So that's one of my whips. You can hear things falling again. And then, excuse me, if you've been following along at all in the fairy chats, I've been working on Tunisian crochet, teaching myself how to Tunisian crochet, and of course I don't pick something simple. I pick a huge elf coat, the elf coat by Regina Weiss of the Moral Fiber blog. Again, I'll put the information down there. I will say I'm enjoying the Tunisian crochet, and for somebody that crochets and doesn't know how to knit or doesn't have a desire to knit but likes the aesthetics, the looks of knitted fabric, then Tunisian crochet would be a great way for you to go. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube. There are Annie's Crafts has classes. There is a couple other makers that have classes on Tunisian crochet. There was one that had a special running. 6 hours of class, 3 patterns, and all kind of information from basics to and beyond for $10. She was running a special. I signed up for it, and you can do it at your leisure. You know, it's actual classes you go on the internet and watch, and she starts you out with the basics and takes you up to, as she says, the basics and beyond in Tunisian crochet. And this is, like I said, this is going to be an ongoing, very long project. I started some of the, let me get my hook off here. I started into the pointed panels of the coat, because I'm going to start trying to block and assemble, because it goes like this. Tunisian does like to curl, but I did find out some secrets to helping with that. And one of them was they said go up a couple needle sizes, that's recommended by the ball band. But this is what I have these panels done. These are your simple panels. That's what they're called, simple panels. This is the top. And as you can see, oh, don't that look squishy? And this yarn, oh dear God, I love this yarn. Thank you to my, how do I put this, my secret admirer that sent me this as a gift. And this goes sort of like, these tie together like this. You can see the pointed, and there's 21 panels to the thing. Oh, I can't see. Here we go. There you go. You can see. And like I said, this is going to be an ongoing project. I've got, I think, 6 or 7 panels done. But I will tell you, if you get the chance or you're able to get this yarn, get it. It is just wonderful to work with. It's King Cole's Riot DK. 30% wool, 70% premium acrylic, 324 yards, and as you can see, it's number 3. But oh, just look at the colors. This is called Water Lily. And oh, I can't get enough of squishing it. It's strange that I know. But like I said, that's ongoing. I have other projects. I was working on the Bird of Paradise shawl, and I was using shawl in the ball, and I had to frog back probably 2/3, and it's in a project bag right over there in the closet. I am going to start working on it again, but I have the feeling I'm going to have to rip the whole thing out, and ripping out shawl in the ball is difficult. Close the door here. It hangs up on itself because of the fuzz in the yarn, but I'm going to get that shawl done. I've been kind of like, I don't know, I've been kind of hooked on doing garments. I don't know why I've got on this sweater kick. I've uploaded some patterns, printed up some patterns for things I want to do in 2020. I'd like to do some more Tunisian. I probably have half a dozen sweaters, knit and crochet. And I want to show you something. A friend of mine found this, and she says you have to knit this up. Hold on a moment. This is a paid-for pattern, so I can't show you the pattern, but I'm going to show you the picture. And I just thought it was too funny. This is called the Antoinette cowl. And it's by Callie Monster. It's a beautiful, my girlfriend's knitting it. She said she had to because it was my name. Now my name is spelled a little different. Mine's I-O. This is O-I. That was my mother's name. And Mom changed mine to I-O so we could tell the difference between our names. Excuse me, take a sip here. Still dry from the cold. And yeah, she said there was a couple mistakes in the pattern, so I checked to see if I had the latest pattern. But so I'm gonna knit. This is on my cue list for 2020. I'm gonna knit up only because it's my name. And I also heard, I think it was maybe Jeanette from DIY7 Creations, saying she was someplace and they had a yarn and the colorway was Antoinette. So I've got to research that because that'd be really neat to do. And she did tell me that this pattern, she's using Mary Maxim's Prism, but she thinks the cable work would show up better in a solid. So I'll probably do mine in a solid. I'll just have to go through my stash and see. I've got so much yarn. I'm sure I have plenty to do this with. And sorry about all this bending in that, but I tried to be organized. I had my notes, and all my patterns together, you know. A little notebook here. I gotta get a new knitting journal, crochet journal for 2020. My other one's it's pretty full. I will show you. This is for 2019. My 2019 knitting journal. Okay. Okay, here is, I don't know, even call it a surprise or what, or a thought. I was talking with Mary of Mary's Crochet Chit Chat, and my channel's new, and it grows, it don't. I just enjoy sharing the island and connecting with people. I've made some very good friends via YouTube. I was talking to Mary last week, and I said, we really need to have a crochet along, but not nothing that's written stone. That we're going to have this done this week, this done this week, this done this week. It's a leisure crochet along. I have emailed the designer of this. Now, I bought this leaflet, this here, in 1979. Here I graduated high school. Yes, I'm old. I'm not a blanket maker. I'm not really big into blankets. But this has been one. I think about it. 40 years I've had this. Okay, this is called the Heirloom Sampler Afghan. Okay, I'll show you the back. These are some of the blocks. This is designed by Darla Sims. Okay, and it's through Leisure Arts. Like I said, I sent an email to see if I could get permission to use this for a crochet along. If I don't get an answer, or if they say no, then anybody that wants to participate, it's $5. In fact, I think it's even cheaper than that online. This is like teaching you basic stitches and stuff, and that's what this is. 63 blocks of 63 different stitches. They use 3 colors, and I like the colors they used here: ecru, rose, dust rose, and cream. I mean, you can see, look, just some, I mean, it's just one block of single crochet, one block of half double, double, treble, and then some other stitches. So I thought this would be, I mean, cluster square, circle in a square, woven relief stitch. I've never heard of these, but it actually teaches you and gets you familiar with different stitches. So I thought, wow, I don't know if you can see me or not, wouldn't it be neat to have a bunch of us doing this? And it'd be actually be my second blanket. My first blanket, and the only blanket I've ever done, was a baby blanket that I did for my oldest son when he was born. So 40 years I've been waiting to make this. So I'm hoping that I get an answer from them. But that is one of the things that we are looking at for 2020, is a crochet along at your leisure. Real simple. If they give me permission, I will find out how, you know, what I'm allowed to do. If I can just, you know, show the block for that week. We probably do 2 blocks a week, or, you know, one block plus a week, and then we get all the blocks done and then assemble it. I think it would be fun, but it's nothing, because of my work schedule, and I know people have work schedules, that it's set in stone at your leisure. And something like this, where I just have to do 63 squares, I can do a couple squares in the evening, and then we can keep, you know, post on. I haven't started an Instagram for 2OGs, or a Facebook. I have my personal Facebook. I guess that's something I have to do for 2020, is set up an Instagram or Facebook for 2OGs, only so you can post pictures, so we can see what everybody's doing. I think that would be a lot of fun. I mean, that's just one of the ideas that I was throwing out there, and I ran it by Mary, and she thought it'd be great. Now, she loves to do blankets, so I should have. I think it's absolutely stunning. And let's face it, 40 years in the queue, it's time to make this. And this is something that would become an heirloom that you do, the sampler Afghan. And it takes, like I said, they use 3 colors, and they give the yardage. For 5,000 yards. 3 different colors. Your main color, theirs was ecru, which is like a creamy white, was 2,265 yards, or 940 grams, 33 ounces. Worsted weight yarn. You can make this out of Red Heart, Super Saver, you know, any of the inexpensive commercial yarns. Hobie. They're mega balls. Would be great for this, plus they're soft. And if you watch when they go on sale a lot of times for $8.90 US for 1,312 yards. And their shipping's great. They're really the only one that I order from online, mostly. Their shipping is reasonable. Their yarns are wonderful. I have gotten stuff from Mary Maxim US, Mary Maxim CA, Hirschner's, Lovecraft, Premier. I even got a little order from Premier once. I used to get Lion Brand, and their shipping was pretty reasonable, but now their shipping is ridiculous. I can't even order, even when they have the big sales, because the shipping kills me. So, anyways, off track. I digress. Once again, wackadoodle. Wackadoodle, wackadoodle, wackadoodle. I'm a little
scatterbrained because Friday I went for my first acupuncture to help me quit smoking. Yes, I do that evil thing. I've got 2 more sessions. One on New Year's Eve and then one the following Monday. I've had cigarette here and there, but I can't finish it just a little bit. I keep busy, but I find myself wanting to eat. Yeah, and with all the candy we have laying around from Christmas, yeah, no, I don't want to eat myself into a chocolate coma. So anyways, leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this here. You know, if it would be something you might be interested in. If we are able to do it without you having to purchase the pattern, since I already purchased it 40 years ago. I will try and do some research if I find out someplace if it, I don't think it's for free any place. I remember seeing, I googled Darla Sims, and I remember seeing it. It's under Leisure Arts. Annie's Craft probably has it. Maybe we can get a deal when they have a sale or something. But send me a comment. Let me know what you think. You know, something possibly to do for 2020. Everybody's been doing this all, where am I going with my channel and all this stuff with COPA and that. I make my videos for over 18. Simple. That just, you know, takes the guesswork out of it for me. I think it flashes up not suitable for children, whatever. But I haven't even checked it out yet. But somebody said to me that, you know, might not be for young reviewers, and that's why I did it. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any fines, and I don't want to have to be on here discussing that kind of stuff with you. That's not how I want to spend my time with you. Is because my videos a lot of times are so sporadic since I started, only because I'm trying to get my life simplified and not so chaotic. So I want to spend the time that I do have with you talking about crochet, knit, maybe acquisitions. No yarn. Yarn ban, October 1. I am on a yarn ban for a year. Unless I run out for a specific project. You know, taking walks. I mean, we still haven't had a good snow yet. I tried to video going around the island with my phone, but the setting wasn't right for the lights, so I'm going to have to take my camcorder, mount it on my dash, and try to get out there in the evening, which it gets dark here by 5 o'clock. I mean, it's pitch black by 5:30, and it doesn't get light in the morning until a little after 8 o'clock in the morning. But we're gaining. We went past the winter solstice, so we're gaining. I think that's about everything I had wrote down. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about the possibility of having a crochet along. Don't forget to comment, because I'm not putting anything in the title of this about a giveaway. I want whatever, and it's just, again, it's no big pot. It's going to be a little something. I will tell you, fiber related and something that has to do with the island. That's all I'm going to say. Again, over 18, you're responsible for anything once it leaves my post office. You're responsible for it. The rules will be at the bottom. Over 18, if your country won't let you receive it, I'm sorry. If you win in your country doesn't allow it, maybe I can do a digital pattern or something like that. Gift card, something. But other than that, I don't know how long this is. I haven't really paid attention. There's no time on my camcorder. So everybody have a happy new year, a safe new year. We're going to have a nice quiet New Year's at home. Working the day before, I'm working New Year's Eve. I'm off New Year's Day, and I'm making a baked ham. And I might just stay in my pajamas all day and knit and crochet. I haven't had a day of all knitting and crocheting in so long, I can't remember, and I'm going through withdrawal. Still working on the craft room, so I can't quite give you a tour yet. It's kind of still topsy-turvy. And Babs found more yarn when we were unpacking, so I have to organize that yarn. So, if you like it, give it a thumbs up.
If you are a new subscriber, again, thank you. Returning subscribers, thank you. And people that watch this channel, I think Granny D has her squirrels. Thunder has her pickles. We are going to be the Yarny Yaya Sisterhood. That's it. So, to all my Yarny Yaya sisters and brothers, we'll include you there too. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon, hopefully sooner than this, and we'll have us another little chat, something to drink, maybe just some fun. Thank you, and bye-bye from Deer Island.